過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It's your boy, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with you with another chapter of Fate Unlimited DxD. In the last chapter, I talked about on how, Shirou was facing against Freed Selzen, with Freed wanting vengeance against almost all the supernatural races, wanting to go on a bloody massacre if any one of the three factions, or anyone who sides with them, or even gets in his crosshairs, with Shirou being the one to stop him, not once, but twice. And also, due to Azazel always informing him about Asuya, he was planning to meet her at the train station, however, was caught off guard by a certain woman that calls herself Luna, with showing her around town, around the city, actually, until Shirou had to leave, and she left as well. With that, Shirou gave Asuya the option of becoming a reincarnated devil and being looked after by Rias, with Rias actually thanking Shirou, with Shirou not even too bothered by it, until he arrives back at home, where he meets a surprise guest. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 5, Supernatural Hijinx. As Shirou is still standing in the doorway of his small mansion, with Soon actually still caught off guard that Rayminer is standing in the doorway, with Soon saying, I'm sorry, Rayminer, was it? Why the hell are you here? And what's with the maid outfit as well? With soon she actually getting embarrassed and someone annoyed saying, look, it wasn't my idea. This was Governor General Azazel's idea. But to be honest, the real person that made this, proposal was Lord Shimhaze. It's saying Shimhaze? Wait, isn't he? I'm guessing he's also one of the four head cadre of the Gogori. Am I right? With her nodding, saying, with soon she began explaining the situation to Shirou about her mid-elf Kalinar and Donasig's punishment for defying Azazel's orders. Within Azazel, still in his kimono, basically thinking, okay, there are multiple decisions and things I could actually do to make your lives nothing but a living hell, with all four of them actually surprised and shocked and basically scared for their lives. However, we can't lose fallen such as you all. You all are dumbasses and idiots for taking orders that basically counteract mine, orders that come from me that should be followed to the goddamn letter, no matter the cadre that you gain orders from, as secondary. And I think recruiting and killing are two completely different things. Don't you agree? With all of them having their heads down, but then Azazel say, wouldn't you agree? With all of them nodding and basically saying, yes, Governor General. With soon, then Azazel saying, good, well, personally, I was thinking about ripping each and every one of your wings off and then leaving you nothing but like husk of humans, with then all of them actually freaking out, with soon Azazel saying, I'm only joking, but your punishment will be severe. All of you will no longer be in active field combat, no more. Instead, you'll all be staying here at Kogori HQ from now on, except you, Rayminer. Hearing her name, Raynor was completely and utterly terrified, wondering on what's going to happen to her. Within, Shinmaze stands right next to Azazel, with saying, Raynor, your punishment for allowing this to happen. I mean, you may be a low-ranking fallen angel, but you're the one who insisted that Lord Kakebill's orders were more important than Azazel's orders. Isn't that right? Within, Raynor basically nodding, but saying, but also Donasik. Within, Shimaze looking down at her with that of a stern glare. But soon she shuts up. But soon, Shimaze saying, as for your punishment, you will not be staying here at Kagori HQ, no longer in combat. Instead, your punishment will be to forge a relation between Shirou Emiya and the Gogori. With that, hearing that, she's saying, what? Why am I? But Shimaze finishing saying, you'll be serving him from now on until the day he feels like you are no longer needed in his life. Is that understood? Within hearing this, her jaw dropped. With saying, you cannot be serious, Lord Shimaze. I cannot be able to serve a mere weak. With soon, Azazel saying, last time I checked, that mere weak human was able to basically defeat you so easily and cut off your wing and threaten you to actually call me instead of killing him himself. If anything, you should be thanking him more than complaining of serving him, seeing that he was able to defeat you effortlessly like you weren't even worth your time. With then hearing that, soon, Donasik, Mid-Elf, and Kalanar couldn't help but laugh. With soon, Azazel saying, and you're all no better. He could have done the same as well. With that, soon everybody was shocked and surprised hearing this. But then Azazel saying, that boy is no normal human. He's not a fallen angel, he's not an angel, and he's certainly not a devil. He's something else, something more powerful. He's more than just a mere mage. Because of that, I would like to form an alliance or a partnership with the kid. I've already gotten him somewhat close to me, and I want to make sure to stay that way. Your job is to do the same thing. So whatever happens, whatever he needs, basically fulfill it. If you disobey him, it's the same way as disobeying the Gogori and me. Do I make myself clear, Raynor? Within hearing this, Raynor bows her head, saying, yes, I understand, Lord Azazel, Lord Shimaze. Within, they couldn't help but smirk. Within, Kalanar saying, serves the bitch right. Then Azazel saying, you're in no better predicament either, Kalanar, since you're the one who killed the boy Issei Hayato. With soon, she's saying, but my lord, he was just a mere human. And yes, I may have killed him and disobeyed your orders, but with soon, he brings up his hand with enough pressure to actually make her kneel before him. With soon, he released that pressure, saying, do not try to make excuses. You killed a powerful sacred gear user. He may not be on the level of Shirou Emiya, but a sacred gear like his is something else. It is a powerful sacred gear that's normally in its dormant state right now. And now that he's part of the Devils, it's a serious goddamn waste. But seeing he's with the Grimory girl, maybe she can actually pull it out. I don't know. Who knows? But even so, your punishment will be far severe. With then she actually shaking in fear. With soon, Raynor finish what she was saying. But then Jiro saying, so what was her punishment? Saying, let's just say she won't be fighting anytime soon, or rather, she won't be doing anything for the next possibly 10 years. With then, Shirou couldn't help but imagine what could happen. But saying, Yeah, I think it's best I don't know what just happened. But that aside, why the hell would Azazel not tell me about this? He could have gave me a heads up saying that you were going to serve me. Or matter of fact, I don't even need a servant. I can take care of myself. I've been living on my own my entire life now. Why would I need a servant to take care of me when I can take care of myself? With then Raynor saying, I thought the same thing. But with soon she internally thinking, while blushing, saying, he's so powerful and strong. Even saying that he's stronger than the Gogori, than all of us combined. I also believe, possibly, I don't think Gervil Azazel has said it, but he may be on the same level as a cadre. Because of that, I'm actually somewhat, with soon she getting somewhat hot and turned on by the mere sight of Shirou, the undominant strength, especially in his heroic spirit form, due to Raynor being attracted to that of pure strength and power. And Shirou shows that he has that strength and power to back it up. With soon Shirou saying, look, Raynor, I appreciate that you're following your orders, but you don't need to. Please allow me to prove I can take care of you. Or if you feel like I can show you while you're at school, I can clean your house and take care of things while you're gone. I can even make, or I could take care of you in another way. As she was about to remove her maid uniform, with soon Shirou saying, no, none of that. You don't need to go that far. I'm not the kind of person to take advantage of a woman. You, don't get me wrong, you are beautiful, Raynor. Quite beautiful, as I say. But I won't take advantage of your body just for you following orders. For I refuse. If you insist on trying to help out, then I can at least teach you on how to look after the house while I'm gone. And try to follow with then Raynor saying, of course, it would be an honor, Master Shirou. Saying, and don't say master, just call me Shirou, since you're going to be living here with me. Really, still can't believe that. With soon, he walks past her. With then she's saying, normally, serving as a human servant is just degrading. But personally, I'm starting to think maybe this would be so fine. Especially since he doesn't see me as, well, eye candy. Like all the other humans and basically Gogori and high-ranking Gogori members. I think I might like just being his servant here. With soon, Shirou also stopped saying, also, I know that you're weaker than weak. Like, you're beyond weak. With soon, she's saying, wait, what? You're a woman who is drawn to those of strength, those with power. I saw it in your eyes every time you looked at me. You had a sense of fear, a sense of terror, and a sense of arousal. But soon she getting embarrassed saying, well, you see, saying, you don't have to tell me, but I will tell you this. If you're going to serve me, you're going to need to get stronger, especially since you're going to protect me, right? As a servant. With saying, wait, protect you as a servant? I thought I was just going to service you, or with saying, I never thought of. I think it's about time people like you, just because you're a fallen angel doesn't mean you're born strong. Birth of strength doesn't matter. It's how you grow. It's how you become stronger. And I think you have a lot of potential, Raynor. You may be a weak fallen angel, but if you focus on becoming stronger, on trying to reach a greater limit and become something even more, I believe you have potential to even rise in the ranks of Gogori, just like you always wanted, right? with soon. She actually blushes quite a bit hearing this from Shirou, that he's actually willing to help her. Normally, if a human says that he's willing to help her, or basically, or do something about it, or do something about her weakness, she would basically tell them off and basically shove those words up their ass and then try to kill them. But when it comes from Shirou, she can't help but hear those words being genuine, that he actually has the strength to prove it, that he can help her become stronger. That Rayminer couldn't help but say, "Thank you, Shirou. Thank you for your words of encouragement." But then Shirou couldn't help but smirk and smile with his eyes closed, saying, "Good. Now then, let me show you on how to take care of the house and many other things." But soon, Shirou began showing Rayminer on how to fold clothes, how to do laundry, a little bit of cooking actually, and also on how to clean the house and how to clean around the mansion a little bit. With Shirou doing all of this on his own actually. At the first time that Rayminer tried doing this, she hated it. Despised it at first. And still does to this day. But she still continues to try again. Plus, when she isn't, doing that, and Shirou comes back home, he's willing to spar with her, train on how to improve her spear play, instead of just focusing on just throwing her light spears as always, like how most, fallen angels do. She should focus more on spear play itself. Focus on close quarters combat so she doesn't get overwhelmed. She always uses her fallen angel strength, speed, and durability to get the upper hand on people. And mostly on weaker people, like low-ranking devils and all that. But with Shirou's help, she'll be able to use techniques and skills and to get the upper hand on foes who seem like physically stronger than her, both in that of magic or in that of pure power. With that, she's actually thankful for the things that Shirou has done for her. With soon, Rayminer actually begins to not just develop an obsession over Shirou because of his strength, but generally begins to fall for Shirou, falling in love with the white-haired teen. But soon, the next couple of days, Shirou begins heading back to school with saying, "I'm off, Rayminer. You think you can take care of the house by yourself this time?" Saying, "I promise I can." Saying, "Sure you can." With soon she pouting, saying, Do you underestimate me, Master Shirou?" Saying, "Of course not. I know you got this. Just messing with you." "All right, I'll see you around later, Rayminer." As he soon gets on his shoes and also grabs the bento lunch that he made for Konako, and also a spare one for himself and the student council, alongside the orc club too. Given that he's starting to spend a lot more time with them, given that Asia's there. Originally, he was going to allow her to stay at his place, but decided to allow her to stay with Issei, as she actually insisted on it. With even Rias did too. After that, he just didn't really bother, but he does make sure that Asuka's doing well, now that she's also a part of Kua Academy and an official student. With soon, Shirou is on his way to school, with his usual entourage as always, being Katase and Mirai, of course. With the two kendo girls actually walking to school alongside their favorite tan-skinned, white-haired boy. With soon, the day goes by as usual. With Shirou helping during his lunchtime, he basically delivers all of his bento lunches to everyone around, as his next stop being the student council room. With him carrying it, he soon sees a familiar face is it being Momo, with she carrying quite a bit of papers, as she doesn't look like she's, going to fall anytime soon. But then Shirou saying, "Hey, Momo senpai," with soon she looking over within seeing, Emiya-kun, where soon she was actually seeing the boy she has a crush on. She couldn't help but, about to fall. But then Shirou seeing this, he grabs her while also, putting the bento down and making sure not any of the papers fall off too from the stack. With soon Shirou saying, "Are you okay, senpai?" With her continually blushing, being in Shirou's arm, with saying, I'm fine. You can," saying, "All right, that's good." With after that, he soon grabs the bento off the ground as it landed perfectly without it, spilling over. With soon, she's saying, "Are you?" "Yeah, I'm heading to the student council room. I actually made quite a bit of bentos for everybody, being the Kendo Club, Konako, the York Club, and also the student. And I'm on my way to student council as well." With soon, she's saying, "You do quite a bit for everybody here, as always. Don't you ever take a break?" Saying, "Well, not really. I never. You could say I'm a bit of a, workaholic, or I'm too much of a do-gooder, as people say." With then Momo saying, "I can actually believe that, Shirou-kun, given how much of a hard worker you really are, and how much you do things for not just us, but almost everybody else in the school. You're too much of a do-gooder for your own good." With Sunchi giggling while still walking forward, but Shirou basically scratching the back of his head saying, Yeah, I'm aware. Too aware of my own flaws of being a good guy." With soon Momo saying, "Oh no, that's not a bad thing. And you could, most people might say that you're basically being taken advantage of by other people. I'm pretty sure that Miss President would probably say that." With soon Shirou saying, "Sona? Oh, definitely. Sona senpai would most likely definitely say something like that. I can actually see it." With soon Shirou actually making a mocking tone saying, "Emiya-kun, you're being taken advantage of. You need to learn how to say no from now on. And it even means for me, if I have to say." With soon Mo couldn't help but laugh, saying, "That sounds exactly like her, being stern but also try to be fair at the same time." With soon Shirou saying, "Yeah, too much. Also, I didn't know that Madam President also had a sister. What's she like?" With soon Momo saying, "How do you know about her sister? I don't remember. Let's just say somebody told me that she had a sister." So with soon Momo saying, "I've never met her myself, but let's just say she's a bit, excessive. But she does care about Miss President quite a bit a lot. So there's that. Plus, I hear she's also one of the strongest devils in the devil faction." With saying, "Huh, well, that's good to hear. It shows that she can actually take care of not just anyone, but also look after her sister. I'm glad to hear that." With then almost saying, "Oh," with soon Shirou saying, "Senpai, I can tell that you're always nervous around me nowadays lately. Can I ask why?" With soon she actually blushing quite a bit saying, "Oh, no reason. And I know, and yes, I have gotten used to looking you in the eye. I'm not as scared as I used to be. But it's a different reason why." With soon Shirou is already aware that Momo most likely has feelings for Shirou, but he wants her to act on those feelings. Plus, he also doesn't feel like he has the right to actually say that he cares about her, especially on what he is, after all. When soon they arrive at the student council room, saying, "Here," and he opens the door for her. With soon as the door opens, everybody in the student council room figures that it's Momo. However, they were surprised when they see Shirou. Well, not entirely surprised, with Shirou saying, "Hey there, everyone." With soon Saji saying, "Shirou, you finally arrived. Can you help me, please? I'm getting swamped here." With Saji actually feeling somewhat overwhelmed, with even that of anime tears coming out, with stacks upon stacks of paper basically piling on his student council desk. With Shirou actually somewhat surprised, saying, "Seriously, you haven't even got through that much yet?" With then Momo actually stacking a small stack of papers that she was carrying on Saji's desk, saying, "These need to be filled out too, Saji." With her having her typical elegant smile, with saying, "You're a slave driver too, Momo-senpai." With Shirou scratching the back of his head, saying, "Maybe later, or you could use a break. I did pack a bento for everyone else here." With him showing it off as everybody prepares to have lunch. With soon Sona saying, "Shiro-kun," with Shiro was about to leave, saying, "Maybe you would like to actually have lunch with us today? I know you're seemingly busy, but," saying, "Are you sure? I mean, I wouldn't want to intrude. I mean, this is your peerage." With soon Sona saying, "Nonsense. You're just as much as this part of the student council now as ever. Even though you're not part of my peerage, why not actually join the student council?" Within Shiro saying, "I would love to, but I think it's best if I stay like a pseudo member of the student council, do my own thing while still helping out students as well. I hope you don't mind." With soon Sona saying, "Of course, and I wouldn't want to force you after all, but your help is always still appreciated." With then Shiro couldn't help but smile and nod as he soon has lunch with the rest of the student council members. As they continue eating, soon Tomoe asks Shiro a couple questions, with Tomoe saying, "So, Shiro-kun, I have to ask you something for a favor if it's possible." With soon looking at Tomoe saying, "Of course, Meguri-senpai. What would you like?" With soon she's saying, "You're good at using a sword, right? I did see you be able to create a sword out of nowhere using your magic, right?" Saying, "Magecraft. And yes, I can. But I'm not just good with swordplay. I'm also good at spear play, that of somewhat decent magicraft, but my specialty is that of using a bow and arrow and any type of long-range projectile weapons. That's my true specialty." With soon she's saying, "Wow, that's amazing. I was actually wondering if I could spar with you anytime, if you're not too busy though." With Shiro saying, "Of course, I'd be willing to help if you ever feel like it." With soon saying, after finishing eating his portion of the bento, he's soon saying, "Well, I'll be heading off now. I figure out we probably need to take care of the perverted trio and make sure that they don't get themselves killed by the Kendo Club. So, I'll catch you girls later. And you too, Saji. Survive while you can with the paperwork." With soon Saji saying, "You're not helping, but I will try at least, Shiro." With that, he soon leaves as he closes the door behind him. Then, soon everybody can help but sigh of relief, with soon Subuki saying, "I'm actually glad that I've gotten used to looking at him, but for too long, it does get overwhelming and I go back to being scared of him." With then Rhea actually making a comment saying, "As somebody whose grandmother was also a magician, it's surprising." With soon everybody looking at the bishop of Sona's peerage, but then Sona saying, "Why do you say that, Rhea?" With then she's saying, "Well, mostly because I've never seen magic where you're basically able to create weapons or anything like that. most of the time it's always elemental abilities that you could use to create I mean, it's hard to actually even manipulate elemental magic to even create something similar to that of weaponry. But he was able to create weapons like it's out of thin air, like it's nothing. Whoever taught him how to do that, or however he's able to taught himself, it had to come at quite a bit of a price to do so. I'm just saying though, with hearing this, everybody couldn't help but wonder that was this also a cause of Shirou having to kill people as well, that he had to lose something in return to have such a powerful magic craft, with Momo getting somewhat worried. With soon, she also sees Tsubaki, who's always stern and always has a calm face. Hands were also shaking. That the vice president of the student council's hands were shaking. As the day comes to an end, Shirou soon heads to the Occult Research Club and see how things are going there. Given that he wants to make sure that Asuya is doing well, as always. With soon as they enter, Shirou can see that Asuya is healing Issei, one of his wounds, with saying, let me guess, peeping on the Kendo Club again, as always. I was surprised that you didn't actually. With soon Konako saying, nope, he was peeping on not just the Kendo Club, but also me as well. With then hearing this, Shirou's eyes begin widening, looking at the brunette-haired boy. With then soon Issei saying, hey, come on, you can't blame me. I didn't know that you were going to be there, Konako. You got to believe me. Within Konako saying, yeah, right, pervert. Within Shirou saying, you know, Rias, can I take Issei for a little bit? With soon Rias saying, what, can I ask why? With saying, oh, no reason. Just need a little talk with him. That's all. Just let you know, it's going to be outside. And I might be putting up something just in case. Don't worry. Nothing bad will happen to him. I'll make sure of that. With then Issei saying, wait, hold on, man. I am not going with, you're coming with me, asshole. With Shirou grabbing him by his collar and then actually dragging him out of the Occult Research Club room, with everybody terrified on what's going to happen. With Konako also somewhat terrified, but not for, well, Issei actually. With then he actually throws Issei onto the ground as he rolls, with Tsun saying, what the hell is wrong with you? But then Shirou actually turns from, is not even in his, he's no longer in his Kuo County uniform, as he's now in his heroic spirit form. And then Issei saying, wait, what the hell is that? What the hell are you? What the hell are you? But then Shirou saying, oh, don't worry. This is just going to be a little bit of a, well, punishment for peeping on Konako after all. But saying, dude, you gotta believe me, without even finishing, Shirou socks him in the face with then another punch to his gut, with soon a knee to Issei's face. With then multiple blows and punches and kicks towards the new Red Dragon Emperor. With everybody seeing this, but they can't get through due to Shirou's bounded field, as they're not being able to get through unless Shirou wants them to come through. With that, soon everybody sees the beetle brute down, with Issei actually spitting up a little bit of blood. With soon with tons of bruises and blood coming down Issei's head, nose, and mouth. With soon Shirou saying, you know, I'm always actually gotten so damn annoyed at your peeping, to the point it gets annoying. When you said that I was basically getting a harem, it literally pissed me off to no ends. But what pisses me off right now, and the most of all, you peeped on Konako. You peeped on her, of all people. She's part of your goddamn peerage, for crying out loud. Saying, I'm sorry. You gotta believe me. I wasn't really. That's no excuse, dumbass. As he knees him in the gut one more time, and this time it was really hard. As he vomit up even more blood. Way more than he did before. With soon he clenching his gut with so much pain, coughing quite a bit. With soon saying, Konako is like a little sister to me. That girl is like a little sister to me. And you peeping on her like that truly pisses me the hell off. Next time you try like something like that again on her, a beating is the farthest thing you're ever going to get next time. You'll be getting something worse. With soon, he releases the bounded field and then reverts back to his human form. With soon, he actually puts his hands in his pocket and then leaves, saying, sorry, Rias. I was actually going to ask to see if I could help you out with anything, but I don't want to be in the same room as that asshole anywhere else. So I'll come by tomorrow and so I have more of a clear head. With then Rias saying, Shirou, did you really need to go that far? I mean, I understand. No, you're a devil. You think that what he's doing is normal. I get that. Because devils are driven by their desires. And desires are good and all. But if I know that you all will take on stray devils and other fiends. If the fallen angels were still here in Kuo, and he fought against a female fallen angel, hell, even a female exorcist, where do you think he's going to ogle first? Or basically fond of first? With then Konako saying their boobs, their tits, and possibly sometimes their ass. With saying exactly. And that's the thing that's going to get him and possibly the rest of you killed. Unless he gets over that, he's going to be dead weight to all of you. And I know that's for sure. Whatever happens in the future, it's going to be on him. And only on him. With soon, Shirou couldn't help but clench his fists in his pockets in that frustration as he remembers his own weakness, as he remembers him always always trying to save other people, always trying his best to make sure other people were taken care of, even his own enemies. And because of that, it cost him so much. It cost him and others so much as well. With soon him walking away and out of frustration and annoyance. As for Shirou deciding not to help out around the school this time and decided to just go back home. However, two people began looking at Shirou and began to worry within, as it being Momo and Tsubaki, as the two ladies of Sona's Peerage and the student council couldn't help but feel worried for Shirou. Miss Vice President, are you? Momo, you don't need to call me Vice President. You could still call me by Tsubaki. Saying, of course, Tsubaki, are you? Shirou Emiya. He is an enigma. He's just a mere human, and yet his power is beyond that of a normal human being. With soon Momo saying, it is true, he is. But it's what makes him mysterious and what makes people want to draw to him. Within, Tsubaki couldn't help but say, I agree. Our president has done the same thing. With soon Momo saying, wait, Sona has feelings for, saying, she doesn't know it yet. I mean, if she does, she may actually asked for him to take part in a chess game, actually. With soon. So, but then Momo saying, well, that would be the day. Who knows when it's going to happen? With then Tsubaki saying, I'm also worried for him because I used my sacred gear on him. With soon Momo saying, you did? With Tsubaki saying, yes. My sacred gear doesn't just reflect damage back at my opponent. It also gives me a chance to look into my opponent's soul and the person that reflects into it. I used it on Shirou without him looking. And little did I know, his soul is quite sad, actually. With Momo actually taken back by that. Saying, sad? But how? I mean, we know he has a sad past, but he's always cheerful and always willing to help. Saying, it's a boy who's been through so much. A boy who's gone through so much and has done so many horrible things. He regrets everything that has happened to him and regrets everything he's done. To him, he wants to be something greater, something that people can admire, but to him, he believes that he can never be admired. He can never be looked at more than just a murderer and a monster. Part of him even seeks his own death. With then Momo hearing the saying, but why would, with Sue and Tsubaki saying, that's exactly what I want to know. How can somebody like him, somebody with absolute power and strength, and even gone through so much and yet still tries to be so cheerful, have a soul so depressing and so lackluster? I just wish maybe some way I could help him. If Madam President loves him, she'll find out about this. She'll find out about how much that he's suffering in the inside. And before she knows it, it may be too late for both of them. With Momo saying, I don't want that to happen because you really do love Shirou, Emiya, don't you? Momo. With Momo blushing, saying, I do. But part of me feels like he doesn't want to be in a relationship. Like he doesn't want to be with anybody. Or rather, with Tsubaki saying, like he doesn't think he's worthy of being in a relationship. With soon Momo saying, yeah, he acts all nice and cares about everybody, but it's not an act. But he also doesn't want to seem like he doesn't want to pursue a relationship at all either. With soon Tsubaki saying, it's up to him, but I won't force it. With soon Tsubaki about to leave the rooftop, as she has her wings out, saying, remember, we still have our duties to do, Momo. With Momo saying, yes, Tsubaki. With soon her having her wings out too. With then looking back at Shirou still walking home. With her flying off as well to do their duties as devils. As for Shirou, he continues to walk back home. As he soon arrives at his place, he soon sees somebody that he didn't expect, as it being Rias, with saying, Rias, what are you doing here? But saying, it's nothing. Well, you say it's nothing, you don't have to be here. But saying, I was just trying to, I didn't mean that. I was just trying to say, you're right. With then, he was actually caught off guard, saying, I'm right? Saying, you're right. When I first took Issei out to take care of a stray devil, let me guess, it was a female stray devil, and he ogled over her chest. Saying, yeah, if it wasn't for that, I think he would have gotten himself killed. I mean, it was a weak stray devil, even so, and that's the very thing. if it was a high-ranking stray devil, most likely you all would have died, and possibly one of you would have gotten hurt because of him having to get over his because he wouldn't get over his damn perversion, right? With then Rias looking over saying, "You're right." With saying, "Of course I'm right. Look, he's your pawn. He's your servant. He's part of your peerage. If you want him to take care of it, take care of it. But if you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna force you onto this, Rias. But if he looks at Konako like that again, his punishment will be a lot more severe. I won't kill him, but he'll be wishing he was dead." With soon enter as he goes through his house, within Rias saying, "Shirou, please tell me, how strong did you get to become like this? What did you need to do?" With Shirou sighing, saying, "I sold my soul away and sold away the very person I used to be." With that, Rias was completely taken back by that, saying, "What do you mean? What happened to you? I know you say that you don't want to be part of the three factions, especially not a devil. But what other faction did you join? Or who were you part of? I tried looking into the church. They had nothing like a task force like you said. What other faction did so to do this to you?" With then saying, "Let's just say it was humanity itself that did this to me. They're the ones who I sold my soul to." With that, Rias was completely caught off guard by those words. But then saying, "Thanks for coming over, Rias. At least I can tell that you care. And please continue to look after Konako for me. I'll do that as well. So, have a good night." After saying that, he opens the door and then closes it, with him also waving goodbye to Rias. With Rias actually still surprised hearing this from Shirou, with wanting to know him, but also thinking he may be the one she could use. With that, as Shirou sees around the house saying, "You've gotten a lot better, Rayminer." With saying, "Of course I have. I can improve just as much as anyone else." With then Shirou saying, "Just proves, like I said, you can become stronger and do things if you put your mind to it." With soon Rayminer saying, "If you like, I could. You don't need to do that. And no, I'm not gay." With soon Rayminer saying, "Wait, how did you?" I knew you were thinking that. Especially, I did accept your date after all. And not only that, I did enjoy your company, to be fair. And sure, I knew you had ulterior motives to try and kill me. But even so, I had still enjoyed my date with you and my time with you. But if you were a dude, I would probably deny you twice. Even if you did have ulterior motives to try and kill me, I would probably fight you either way." With soon Rayminer saying, "Well, now I know." But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop, because you're now my master. With her having that of a genuinely kind smile, with Shirou blushing, saying, "Come on, don't say stuff like that." With saying, "I'm about to go and get a bath right now. I had to take care of something pretty damn stupid after all." With that, soon Shirou began to leave Rayminer and began to take care of a couple of things. After that, he also, after finishing his dinner, he soon planned on heading to bed. As soon as he was about to go to sleep, he soon noticed that somebody was trying to get into his bedroom, being his bounded field. With soon, he noticed that the magic circle bared the crest of Gremory, as Shirou noticed that it's most likely Rias. With soon wondering on why she's doing this, he lowers his bounded field, but as soon as the magic circle comes back up, Rias soon steps in, with Shirou putting up his bounded field once again, with saying, "Rias, can I ask you why you came into my room? Or rather, why you tried to teleport into my room? You know I put up force fields around me to make sure that nobody tries to kill me, right?" With soon Rias saying, "Look, Shirou, I'm basically out of time." Saying, "Out of time? What? If I don't do this, I'll feel like I'll be trapped forever. If I taint myself before else, then wait, hold on, Rias, what the hell are you?" With soon she removes her clothing with being her school uniform, and then also removes her bra, basically being in the nude now. With Shirou basically saying, wait, hold up, what the hell is going on? With then she basically going to Shirou saying, "Shirou, please, take my virginity." With then Shirou's mind basically went blank for a second, with Shirou.exe basically going offline, before coming back online saying, "Okay, I need context." With saying, "What? I need context. Why the hell are you trying to give me your virginity? Like, right now. I mean, I have done some things to help out your club, and also taking care of a stray devils for you, but other than that, I don't think giving your virginity to me is worth a reward. Hell, I would still decline even if it was." With saying, "Are you? No, I'm not gay." With then noticing another spell circle, trying to get past his bounded field. However, for some reason he noticed that the spell circle that it's starting to come through, as it's trying to bust through his bounded field. But then thinking, "Oh, that'll be a headache if this thing breaks through, so I'm just going to let down it just to get it over with." After that, he soon lets down his bounded field, within the spell circle also bearing the crest of Gremory, but it being white this time. As soon a woman in a blue maid outfit with silver hair and blue eyes looks at Rias, who's naked, and Shirou, who's still in his futon bed, with soon saying, Lady Rias, you shouldn't try to do something like this just to get out of the engagement." With then Shirou saying, "Now I get it now." With soon she also saying, "And you shouldn't just give it to your virginity to a lowly human," saying, "I'm sorry, but this lowly human has a name, it being Shirou Emiya. Also, Rias does have the right to give her virginity to someone, but not out of obligation to get out of an arranged marriage, though." With soon Rias saying, "Shirou, and can I ask for your name?" With soon the woman in the maid outfit saying, "Grafia, I'm the maid of the Gremory family," saying, "Okay, good. We can talk about this in my dining room or my living room. Either one will do, because I'm wide awake and I need to know why Rias tried to give her virginity to me. Which again, I'm flattered, but I need context on wonder why." With soon he gets up and plans on getting out of his room. As soon he sees Rayminer stepping in with one of her light spears, with saying, "Master Shirou, are you?" With soon both Rias and Grafia were completely caught off guard seeing Rayminer with a light spear, as she may be an angel. With Grafia was about to use her disintegration magic within Shirou, actually creating a dagger, basically making the blade close to her cheek, but not cutting her, due to Shirou not wanting to hurt her, given that she's no enemy. She's just trying to see if she's going to protect Rias, saying, Raynir is a friend. She's actually a caretaker of my place, a gift from Azazel, but she's also a part of my family here. So if you attack her, you're attacking me. Is that understood, Miss Grafia? Within Grafia hearing this, basically decreasing her magic, saying, I understand. With soon, she grabbing Rias' clothes, saying, Lady Rias, you should put these on so we can talk. Saying, yes, I understand. That Shirou is about to get a crazy awakening, and he's going to be drawn into something beyond what he expected. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Also, please, what do you guys think? Again, Shirou doesn't want a harem. Actually, far from it. Given that in my last chapter, I explained that he still has feelings for Artoria Saber, Ren, Sakura, and also maybe a little bit of Taiga. But other than that, he doesn't want to have a relationship with other girls, and he is aware that all the girls, such as Momo and Raynir, have feelings for him, given their attitude and body language towards him. So, and he also may be aware that Rias may have feelings for him too, if whatever happens in the next chapter goes on without a hitch. So yeah. Also, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to hear what you had to comment about this chapter. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. All link in the description below. So all that said, this is Yamuki signing out. Later guys, and all of you, take care.